Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? We are approaching our next destination. The upcoming station is Pershing Square Station. This is your stop if you are planning to disembark here. Please ensure that you have all your belongings with you before leaving the train. For those of you continuing your journey, we will be making a brief stop at Pershing Square Station. Feel free to remain seated and enjoy the comfort of our train. We will be resuming our journey shortly. Once again, the next station is Pershing Square Station. Thank you for choosing our train service, and we hope you have a pleasant day ahead.
I'm telling you, Mom, LA sucks. I'm getting on the first train to New York tomorrow.
There's a knock on my door. I answer it. A short, blonde-headed woman stands. She looks pissed off and angry.
Are you Corey Roberts?
No, I'm actually Corey Kardashian. Can't you tell by my fabulous curves? Jenna sarcastically smiles at me.
Wow, a comedian. You must be a riot at parties.
Ah, finally, someone who knows me. Jenna walks into my apartment. And who might you be? Jenna looks me up and down.
Is your name Corey Roberts or not?
That's me. Bore me to death. So what brings the fun police around?
You've just moved into this apartment?
What gave it away? The moving boxes or my taste in avant-garde furniture? Jenna rolls her eyes.
Clever. Anyways, I received a complaint from Gloria Watkins of apartment 20 stating that you didn't give her the $100 she requested, for the after-school building program. Is this true?
Yeah, so what if I did?
That money is essential.
Oh well, in that case, let me just grab my magic money tree and start shaking.
Oh, a money tree. I've always wanted one of those.
Look, lady, I just moved in.
3 days ago, if my records are correct.
Jenna looks around in my living room. She sees boxes everywhere. What records is that? And who are you?
I'm Jenna Lopez. I'm the tenant's representative for the building.
Look, I just moved in. I'm not giving my hard-earned money to some old hag. Jenna steps up to me and raises a finger at me.
Gloria is not an old hag. You take that back.
Or what? You'll write me a strongly worded letter?
Not until I see some cash.
Listen, I'm not giving you anything.
You understand that if you don't give me the money for the after-school program, I'll spread a rumor about you and make everyone in the building hate you.
Go ahead. I've already been canceled on Twitter. What's one more cancellation?
I'm being serious here.
My family voted for Trump. I'm used to hate coming my way. Do your worst.
Ori, don't make me your enemy.
Oh, but you're so much fun to tease.
You haven't heard the last of this.
Oh, but I think I have. And hey, if you ever want to join my comedy show, let me know. I'll add you as a priority guest. Jenna walks off in a huff as I shut the door. New neighbor. She's cute. I'm walking to my apartment door with takeout food. A little kid and his mom walk toward me. The kid stops in front of me. The kid proceeds to kick me in the leg. Ow! Kid's got a strong kick. I see soccer in his future. The kid's mother laughs and ruffles her son's hair as they walk off. I walk to my front door. Only there's no front door. Instead, it's been removed from its hinges. I rub my eyes in disbelief. Am I in some kind of sitcom? Where the hell is my door? A man and a woman walk past, laughing. I take off walking. A minute later, I knock on the door. Jenna opens her front door. She smiles as soon as she sees my angry face.
I hope you're here to pay up.
Where's my door?
Your door? I don't know anything about a door. You see, I've had a knock on the head, and my memory has been wiped clean.
Oh, great. So you're now Dory from Finding Nemo. Where's my door?
How would I know?
Lady, I want my door back.
Pay up, and I'll help you.
Fine, I'll call a locksmith.
Ooh, that's not a good idea.
And why the hell not?
We'll remove the door the next time you're out of the house.
You're really enjoying this, aren't you? Jenna smirks.
Just a little.
I'm not a person to mess with.
Yeah, like I'm scared of you. I had an alcoholic dad who beat me with belts. So, there's nothing new you can do to me.
I wasn't going to hit you.
I hope not, or I would have you evicted.
You have the power to do that?
That's right. I do. Play the game, Corey. You don't want to push me.
Stealing other people's doors is a criminal offense.
And I'm a lawyer. I never read that when I was studying to pass my bar exams.
Oh, of course not. I'm sure that door theft is totally an acceptable practice in your world. I take out my cell phone to call the police.
They'll only arrest you for wasting our time.
You have all the answers, don't you?
Oh, you bet I do.
Well, if you want to fight dirty, I can fight dirty.
Just pay the $100.
I'm not paying the damn money.
All right, this is war.
Jenna slams her front door. I walk off. It's time to act. I'm not someone people can walk all over. I'm getting my hammer and nails. Someone's about to get a flat tire. You want to play with fire, Jenna? Well, so can I. I have a great sense of humor to go with it. It's 3 hours later. It's nighttime. Jenna's car pulls up. I'm around the bend watching her. Then finally, she gets out of her car. She walks toward the apartment building. I walk over to her car with my hammer and nail. When I'm sure she's out of the shot, I line up my nail and
Don't!
I turn around and see Jenna with 3 of our other residents.
Corey, causing criminal damage to people's private property is against the rules of your tenancy agreement.
I wasn't about to.
Not only can I have you arrested, but I can also inform our landlord of your crimes and have you evicted.
I try to lighten the mood by saying, well, I guess I better start packing now, huh?
You're unbelievable.
I walk past Jenna and head toward our building. Jenna follows me. I open my apartment door. Jenna stops me from closing the door. She enters my apartment and closes it. Call the landlord, have her evict me. I won't hold it against you.
I'm not gonna do that.
I see. You're not going to do that in return for getting a check from me.
That's right. Fork it over.
I don't have the money.
What did you say?
You heard me. I'm broke. I spent all my money on this fabulous Kourtney Kardashian lifestyle and a lifetime supply of rubber chickens.
You work. I checked your work references before you signed your lease. Nice try, but I'm not buying it.
I got fired the day I signed my lease.
Oh, that's rough.
I've been getting unemployment for the last week. That's the reason I can't afford to pay for your scheme.
I'm sorry for pushing this issue.
You weren't to know.
What was your job again?
I was a fireman.
That's a brave job to do.
Thank you. And you know what they say, where there's smoke, there is a fireman. And marshmallows. Jenna smiles.
You're quite the comedian.
I try my best.
Have you been looking for other jobs?
I'm trying, but I keep hitting a brick wall everywhere. I think I might be better suited for stand-up comedy. Don't you think I have a Chris Rock vibe to me?
I've got an opening at my office. We're always looking for people to join our mailroom if you're interested.
It wouldn't cover the rent for this place.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't think I'll be able to live here much longer.
Oh,
My life is about to hit the crapper.
yeah, it is. Speaking of which, can I use your bathroom? I promise not to steal your rubber chicken.
Sure. Just watch out for the whoopee cushion on the toilet seat. Jenna walks off laughing. She heads into my bathroom. She shuts the door. Jenna walks in as I sit watching Cars on Disney Plus on the couch.
Hey, an idea just struck me. How about we start a Lightning McQueen fan club?
You want to bring me more misery.
No, no. Actually, I have a real idea.
Oh, yeah? What is it then?
I want to cover your rent for a month.
What? Why would you do that?
I like to help people in need, even if they're too proud to admit it.
Yeah, if you knew me for a bit longer, you'd know I'm really not.
I'm not offering you the money because I think you're a charity case.
It sounds like you are.
Fine, that's the reason. Or maybe it's because I secretly want you to join my McQueen fan club.
Ooh, is it? I'd really be up for that.
I'm kidding.
Well, thanks for spoiling my grand plan. Jenna takes a seat on the couch.
I'm offering the cash because I got money that's just sitting in my bank account. You're a worthy cause.
The rent on the property is too much.
Okay, and? I work for one of the biggest law firms in LA. I can afford it. Plus, the pressure of me paying your rent will hopefully spur you on to find a new job quicker, right?
No, it won't. I'm pretty lazy. Unless you're rethinking the seriousness of hiring people for that McQueen fan club.
No, I'm not. Take the money.
But I was rude to you earlier.
Yeah, well, I'm a lawyer. People are always rude to me. I'm used to it.
I was going to give your car a flat tire. How could you be so forgiving and chill?
Well, it stems from having a mother who raised me on the proper ethics.
You do know if roles were reversed, I wouldn't offer to pay your rent.
Yeah, I gathered that. So what do you say?
I'll pay you back.
I don't doubt it. And, hell yeah, you will.
I also put money into your charitable causes when I have some.
I'm glad to hear that. So, what do you say?
Is there anything I can do for you to say thank you?
Mm, I don't think so.
Oh, dinner. Let me cook you dinner.
I've eaten.
Oh,
Have you eaten?
not since lunchtime.
You don't have food in your fridge, do you?
Is it that obvious?
Pretty much. Come on, let's go buy you some food.
You're incredible.
I was raised right, Corey. Give me 20 minutes and then knock on my door. I'll have dinner ready.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And hey, maybe we can discuss that McQueen fan club after all.
Jenna walks off with a smile on her face. I walk into Jenna's apartment. I love what you've done with the place.
Are you mocking me?
No, I wouldn't dare to do that. I'm just admiring your unique taste in decor.
That's the correct answer.
Are those daisy wallpapers and curtains?
Say more words, and I kick your butt. Or I might just start redecorating your place next.
Sorry, I'll be on my best behavior.
So, would you like some wine?
Sure. What do you got?
Well, I've got an old Merlot.
Why don't you save that for someone more special when they come by to visit?
That's a terrific idea. But, do you have those often? Because that's a shock. It's like discovering your favorite teacher in bed with one of your parents.
Did that happen to you?
No, it's from an old case file. But damn, it's still a huge shock. Like finding out that Bigfoot is actually real.
I head into the kitchen. So, what are we eating?
Well, I had some leftover pork ribs. I've made you some fresh mashed potatoes with vegetables to go alongside it. And a side of my world-famous, irresistible green beans.
Oh boy, green beans! You really know how to spoil a guy.
I'm glad. So sit. I'll bring you some wine.
I take a seat in the dining room table. It's true. My ex-wife is gay now. A year ago, I caught her in bed with her yoga instructor. They're having a baby in spring through surrogacy.
You didn't know she was a lesbian?
I had no clue.
Well, I hate to say this, but you're pretty much the poster child for obliviousness.
Thank you. I wear that title with pride. What about you? Are you dating anyone?
No.
Jenna refills my glass of wine. There was a pause.
I'm not dating anyone. I'm just dating my career, I guess.
Okay, well, it wouldn't matter to me if you were. You deserve someone that can make you happy. You're one of a kind.
Thanks. And so are you.
We clink glasses together. Huh?
What?
You meant that.
I am capable of sincerity. You know that, right?
Jenna, I could always set you up.
Whoa there. Hold your horses. I'm not desperate for a man to want to be set up. I'm okay.
Yeah, I'll be the judge of that, Jenna.
Keep speaking, and I'll throw wine at you.
Do you know what I've just realized?
What? That I'm amazing? I hate to say it, but that's hardly breaking news.
I've realized this is the first time I've laughed so much in a year.
Aw, that's a sweet compliment. Thank you.
It's all thanks to you.
Well, I think we make a great double act.
I agree. That said, I'm more fun.
Yeah, because your life is so much more absurd.
I'm absurd. You're in your 30s and you're single. Jenna keeps a straight face. Oh shoot. I went too far. I'm sorry.
Got you.
I'm washing the dishes as Jenna watches me.
You're just making more messes for me to clean. Plus, you're using way too much soap. Do you know how much those bottles cost?
No, but I bet you can tell me.
$5 per bottle. I could bathe in champagne for that price.
Ah, how the rich live. Jenna gets a cloth and starts wiping the surfaces.
I'm not rich. I'm just comfortable.
You could have fooled me.
Any weekend plans?
No. Oh, shoot. Darn it.
What? What is it?
Today I was meant to be looking for a date to bring my sister's wedding on Saturday. Completely forgot.
Well, then take me. I promise I'll make your relatives wonder how you landed me, and convince them I have a thing for quirky underdogs.
Is that something you're willing to do?
Yeah. Why not? We're friends. That's why.
You know people will think we're together, and I'll get bombarded with questions from my family.
I'm sure you can handle them. I'll even play along and say I'm madly in love with you. Your family will never let you forget it. At least, that's the hope.
I shake my head. Fine, I'll take you.
That's great.
The doorbell rings. Jenna goes to answer it. She opens the door and her face falls.
Stewart, get out.
A man walks into the house. I walk over to the front door.
Corey, could you excuse us?
What's going on?
Who the hell are you? Are you dating losers now?
That's none of your business.
Why don't you introduce us?
Go away, Stewart.
Hi, I'm Jenna's husband. Who the hell are you?
I'm someone who's leaving.
Wait, you don't have to.
I think it's for the best.
Yeah. Buzz off, buddy.
Please don't talk to him like that.
I grab my jacket and pass the front door.
Corey, I'm sorry.
Don't be. I'll just find someone else who's willing to pretend to be in love with me.
Are we still on for the wedding?
I think I'll take someone else. Maybe I'll find a cardboard cutout of a celebrity. I shut the door. On this bittersweet moment, we sound out.
The Apartment was voiced by Paranoia and Nelson Zapata Correa. The show was written and directed by Joao Encita. If you enjoyed this episode, we kindly ask that you rate us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. That Love Podcast is active on Twitter at That Love Pod and on Instagram and Facebook at That Love Podcast. And if you're interested in helping us expand the podcast, please consider becoming a Patreon supporter at patreon.com/thatlovepodcast. Thank you for your support, and we hope you have a wonderful day. Hi, Mom! Surprise! I've had a change of heart about returning to New York, but don't worry, nothing disastrous happened. Life isn't all about apocalyptic scenarios, you know? Here's the scoop. I've met someone. Hold your horses. It's not a he. Don't start planning the wedding just yet. It's a she. Her name is Megan. Yes, Mom, I'm still proudly riding the rainbow. Crap, people on the bus are looking at me. Can I give you a ring once I finish work? Fantastic. Love you too, Mom. Don't start picking out baby names.
It's been a week since the emotional roller coaster of episode 1. Jenna and I are back to normal. Our relationship has thankfully grown stronger. We're out tonight at Keen's Steakhouse in LA, enjoying each other's company. Jenna stands up.
I'll be right back. I need to use the restroom.
I might not be here when you're back. There's an elegant Meryl Streep lookalike giving me the eye. She's practically throwing her Oscars at me.
Oh, sure. She traded her Oscars for a night with you. Dream on.
Jenna exits. I scan the room and spot someone in the far corner. George O'Neill. George is in his 40s, a charismatic man with a warm smile. He's the co-chairman of our apartment committee, working closely with Jenna. My eyebrows raise in surprise as I see George flirting with a young, attractive woman who seems to be enjoying the attention. He places a hand on her lower back, which strikes me odd. Jenna mentioned George was married to his high school sweetheart. With my curiosity piqued, I watched intently. What the hell is going on? Jenna and I walk towards her door. I'm telling you, your committee co-chairman kissed the lady on the mouth.
It could have been innocent.
Innocent? It looked like they were trying to start a forest fire with all that kissing.
I don't like what I'm hearing.
George's hand was on her butt. Jenna opens her door. We enter. She puts away her keys.
And you saw all of that at the restaurant while I used the restroom.
Yes. Jenna and I walk to her kitchen. She takes out a Chardonnay bottle and then takes out 2 glasses. She opens the bottle and pours us some wine.
So, was the woman blonde or brunette?
She was blonde. She had big eyes, and she was in her 20s.
Yikes.
I take a sip of my wine. What?
George is in his late 40s. He's married to his college sweetheart. She's a brunette and a mother to his 2 kids.
So that must mean he was...
It means George was cheating on his wife.
Damn. I'm kind of jealous too.
Jealous? Of what? George's midlife crisis?
What? The blonde was super hot. You would have done her too. If you were a lesbian. Just saying.
Stop talking, please.
Why? Are you afraid I'll reveal your secret crush on George? I can see all the headlines now. Jenna confesses her love for Mary co-chairman in the middle of the restaurant. That should sell newspapers by the millions, right? Jenna shakes her head. She takes my wine glass and puts it in the dishwasher.
I've got to say, dinner was incredible. I didn't know you majored in art history.
Yeah, it turns out my parents were right about my job prospects. So I figured I'd embrace the starving artist lifestyle.
I was impressed by your art knowledge.
Yeah, Who needs a stable job when you can impress people with fun facts about the Renaissance art? I feel like crying.
Yeah, you're pretty pathetic. You should.
Hey, are we still on for going to that piano bar? I want to play you something. Jenna puts away her dried cooking pans.
You play? I thought you were taking me out to repay me for buying you dinner.
I was in a band. I was the lead writer, too. Think British pop icons. Take that, with me being Gary Barlow.
Yeah, I'm going to have to Google that band.
Trust me, it's like listening to a bunch of cats yowling, but with better haircuts.
I can't wait.
You look stunning, by the way.
Thank you. I know I do.
Cheeky. Jenna smiles.
Hey, I wanted to apologize for Stewart's behavior.
It's okay. I forgive you. But just to be safe, can you promise me you won't bring back any more ex-husbands out of the woodwork? Jenna picks up her kettle and pours in water. She puts the kettle on. She gets out a homemade biscuit from the oven.
I just want you to know that nothing is going on between me and Stewart.
You don't have to. She starts putting the biscuits on a plate for me.
There will never be again.
Look, you have history, and I get it if...
I mean it. I don't want anything to do with him. He's a dick. I hate him.
I'm sure the first time we saw each other, you thought I was a dick too.
I was way off base with that. You're special. You're unique. You're...
You're talking out of your ass.
Damn, you figured it out? Anyway, I told Stewart where to go. He'll never come back into my life again.
Are you sure that's what you want? Jenna takes a second to consider that as she stares at me.
Hell yes.
You know, Stewart is quite handsome.
No more than you. I mean,
Jenna panics. I get what you're saying. Don't worry.
let's get to know each other better, and then I'll fill you in on Stewart's past.
I'm sure that will be a climactic thrill ride for the senses.
Oh, you bet.
Let's say no more on the matter.
Thank you.
You're welcome. There's a knock on the door. Jenna and I walk to the door. There's a parcel by the door.
Marcy must have picked up my parcel for me.
That's a cool name.
Yeah, well, it's not like she chose it herself.
Is she...
She's asexual, and she's way too hot for you.
Damn it. A woman and a teenager walk towards Jenna and me. Watch this. As she walks past me, the woman glares at me, and the teenager spits on my trousers.
Dick!
I hope you don't kiss your mother with that mouth, Jaden.
Jaden ignores her. Jenna shakes her head. I bet you're thinking about it. I'm a hit with the ladies, too. You'd be way off base.
It's not right. You shouldn't be hated.
What can you do?
I'm so sorry.
Once again, what can you do?
Still, people should treat you with a level of respect. You're a good guy.
Yeah, but you told him I wasn't.
Did I?
You told the whole building that I refused to give $100 for the after-school program.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that.
I've had eggs thrown at my windows, too.
Seriously?
Yep, for the third day running.
We need to deal with this. We have to make people see you're a good guy.
Are you sure you want to subject these people to my charm and wit?
I'm not so sure about your charm, but your wit seems to be a powerful weapon of mass destruction. It's deadly.
Hey, I'll have you know that my wit is like a ninja, swift, deadly, and always dressed in black. A teenager walks down the hall and glares at me. as she walks past.
Do you know what? I'm going to knock on every door tomorrow.
Why? What would be the point?
I want to make a case for why you're a good guy and special to me.
Aw, you believe I'm all that. That's cute. Where's the bag for me to puke into? Jenna smacks me in the arm.
You know, for someone who's hated by everyone, you're not doing a very good job of being humble. I have a plan, and I'm doing it.
Look, it won't make a difference.
It will, I promise. Let me handle this.
Okay. Well, good night.
Don't forget to wear a helmet to bed. You know, just in case someone throws a tomato at your window.
Oh, don't you worry, Jenna. I always wear a full suit of armor to bed. You know, just in case I have to fight off any angry mobs. Jenna lets herself in. I'm sitting on the couch reading a book. I throw it away as soon as I see her. Do you ever knock?
Not since I took up lockpicking. It's more efficient, and it makes me feel like a secret agent.
So, what's the latest? Has everyone forgiven me?
Not exactly.
Jenna walks toward the book I threw away. I intercept her by grabbing the book. She smiles. What do you mean? Not exactly.
Well, let's just say that if forgiveness was a bus, you missed it, and now you have to walk all the way to the after-school program.
Translation, please?
It means you're still in the doghouse. The only way out is to cough up some dough. Or maybe some cheese. Dogs love cheese.
Damn it. Jenna tries to see the book I'm hiding behind my back, but I maneuver past her to hide it.
I've developed a workaround to get everyone to like you.
Thank God. I was thinking I would have to change my name and move to another country if this charade carried on.
I'll tell you if you tell me what you're reading and hiding behind your back.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Fine. I suggest an idea to everyone. They're willing to forgive and forget if you pay towards the after-school program.
You and I know I can't afford the $100 right now.
Yeah, and that's why I'm gonna wire you the money so you can pay it.
Oh?
What?
It's just, you're doing an awful lot to help a stranger.
Well, maybe I like that stranger.
Okay. Jenna walks over to me. She gets close to me. It's intimate.
Maybe I can't get that stranger off my mind. Perhaps he travels my mind?
Well, that's very flattering, Jenna. But before we get any further, I have to warn you, I have a rare condition called commitment phobia. It's not contagious, but then again, it's highly contagious. Jenna quickly reaches behind my back and grabs the book I'm hiding. She instantly laughs as soon as she sees the title.
You're seriously reading 50 Shades of Grey?
No, I wasn't.
Yes, you were.
I wasn't.
Then explain why you were hiding it behind your back.
I wasn't. Are we done here?
You're a dirty man.
Hey, at least I'm not a filthy rich man. That would be so much worse.
I mean, it's not a bad thing. I might want to put that mindset to good use one day.
You're disgusting.
You're welcome. Oh, by the way, if you're ever looking for a new hobby, I hear crochet can be quite rewarding.
I roll my eyes.
Anyway, I'll wire the money over.
Thanks.
You dirty bastard.
Go! Jenna exits.
What did you think of the pictures I sent you? Is cute the best you can come up with, Mom? I was expecting a declaration of grandeur like, I believe she might be the eighth wonder of the world. Or, you two are destined to have a love story crazier than a telenovela. Cute is like calling her an average squirrel. Come on, Mom. Let's kick it up a notch. Are you inviting us to the family barbecue next month, or are you secretly plotting to organize an intervention before we arrive? Oh, thank goodness. Why did you pause like that? You got me all worried for a moment. Yeah, I'm just about to jump off this bus. I'll give you a shout during dinner. Love you to the moon and back.
I enter Jenna's living room. I've been summoned. I'm here. Jenna appears from the kitchen.
You absolute dick.
Jenna, you flatter me, but I'm pretty sure that's not my official title. Unless you want to start a petition to make it official. I'd be into that.
I'm sorry, but you fucking are.
Why? What did I do?
You forwarded an email from me to the building committee telling them I would pay for the program on your behalf.
Okay, so what if I did?
In the email I sent, which you forwarded, I also wrote that I sent you the money.
I still can't see what I did wrong.
Corey, the building committee questioned my ethics.
Ah, shit.
They think I'm crooked. They're calling me Trump. They want to throw me out of the committee. I could lose my powers.
Wow, that's weird. I didn't know you were running for president. Can I be your campaign manager?
Corey, I make a massive difference to that committee. I'm the only female on it. If I go, all hell breaks loose.
How is that even possible in a modern society? The world isn't evolving.
I'm the only one who fights for the residents' rights. I'm the only one with a half-decent soul on the committee.
Yeah, sure. I believe that. You say the dandiest things sometimes. It's like listening to a Hallmark card on steroids.
If I lose my position, I'm sure you'll be evicted the first chance the committee has an opportunity to vote.
Ooh, shit. We can't let that happen.
You think?
What can we do about it?
I will write you a script, and you'll email it to the committee.
And that should do what?
It should make this mess go away.
What if the committee decided they want to see your emails? You could be subpoenaed.
Whoa, Corey, you really know how to turn me on. Nothing gets my heart racing like the thought of being subpoenaed by a bunch of building committee bureaucrats.
Okay then. Write the email.
It should be enough to make this Watergate scenario disappear without a storm.
Yeah? I'll do anything.
Really?
You know I will. I wink at Jenna.
Please, don't wink at me.
Why not? Is it because you know that every time I wink, an angel loses its wings? Or is it because you don't want to give me a false hope that we might one day be more than just email buddies?
Don't forward my script to the committee, or I swear I'll kill you. Have you got that?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. So, how's that book coming along?
Yeah, I'm walking now. I start walking away.
Have they gotten to the spanking part yet? Please, give me a reason to read it.
The front door opens and shuts. I open the door for Jenna. She enters holding a casserole dish. She walks past me and heads toward the living room. She puts down the casserole dish on the kitchen table.
I made lasagna.
Oh no, Jenna. I'm allergic to lasagna.
You are?
Yeah, every time I eat it, I turn into a werewolf. Jenna is silent. Tough crowd.
I'm expecting a thank you here.
Yeah, well, we've got a problem.
What problem?
A George O'Neill problem.
What does he want now?
Have a guess.
What's that pendejo up to?
He knocked on my door about 30 minutes ago to demand that I confess.
George wanted you to confess to what?
To the whole gunpowder plot? What else?
That bastard. What did you say to him?
I kept to the script.
Good.
I told him you were paying me back for taking you to dinner.
I bet he was suspicious.
Oh, you bet. He looked around my apartment, he looked at the material things, and doubted I had money to spend $100 in a restaurant.
Yeah, well, that's George for you. He thinks anyone who doesn't have a solid gold toilet is poor.
This is serious.
So, you had to dig deep? How did you convince him you did?
I didn't get a chance. Instead, George told me he would run a credit check on me.
I really hate that guy.
George said if my credit check returned negative, I'd be evicted for lying to him. He also said you'd be fired for lying to the committee. He's running the check now.
Look, relax. We'll win this battle.
I doubt that. George looked menacing. He looked like Thanos. The guy is evil.
Yeah, well, not more evil than me. Look, chill out. Have some dinner, and I'll handle George.
What will you do?
I don't know, but I'll figure it out.
I could be made homeless, Jenna.
Don't worry, Corey. I'll make sure you have a nice cardboard box to sleep in. I'll even put a bow on it.
I glared at her.
You could always move in with me.
Yeah, that's a hell no.
Jesus, you're a typical man. Whenever there's a sign of a relationship getting serious, you start to panic.
It's in our nature. We're weak beings.
No, you don't say. Look, eat dinner, and I'll update you in 20 minutes.
Jenna walks off. George answers the door to me. Jenna stands next to George.
This is your last chance to play ball, George. You either drop your issues with Corey and me, or I go to your daughter's parent evening and tell your wife you're fucking your kid's babysitter.
You have no proof.
Oh, really? Because last time I checked, Corey here is a professional butt inspector. He can spot a wandering hand from a mile away.
That's right. Wait, what?
Tell him what you saw, Corey.
I saw you at Keen's Steakhouse with a young blonde in her 20s. You had your hand on her butt. George looks furious. A bit of advice. If you're going to cheat, don't do it on your doorstep.
You bastard!
Don't worry, George. Corey's just jealous because he can't get any action in his own building.
What do you want to do, George?
So, what's it gonna be, playa?
George shuts the door to me. I walk off.
You want to talk to Megan? Yeah, no. Mom, hold your horses. Your words scare people off faster than a cat seeing a cucumber. Remember Uncle Vinny's wig? You couldn't stop laughing. Is David back? How do Beth and Luke survive his antics? My brother's a walking disaster zone. Wrong turns and messes are his specialties. He's a miracle Circus hasn't recruited him yet. But hey, life's never dull with him around, right? Mind if I visit Veronica for a week? She and Jeremy have wild adventures lined up. They once tried breaking the karaoke marathon record. I know, right? Can you believe it? And their marshmallow Jenga tower? Insane. Don't worry, I declined their offer. I'll keep it low-key this weekend. Hang on, Mom. 2 secs. Mom, Megan just finished showering and we're about to debate the best breakfast cereal. Can I call you tomorrow night? All right, love you too. Say hi to Uncle Vinny and David when you see them. Love you. Bye.
Jenna enters. I'm in the living room watching Friends on HBO Max. I pause the show. Jenna takes a seat beside me.
You'll never guess what George did.
Ooh, do tell.
He dropped the issue. And not only that, he's gonna write to all the residents of the building.
To tell them what?
To tell them that you invested a fortune in the after-school program.
That translates to you forcing George to do it in my good name.
Yep, you're welcome.
You know what? I'm glad this is over.
There's other extraordinary news. George is sitting down as co-chairman of the committee, so I'm getting someone else in.
I thought the residents had a right to vote for who they wanted in.
They do, but let's just say I have a way with people. I'll make sure the right person gets in.
Ah, the Jedi mind tricks. Good call. I realized something, and I put up my hand.
And before you say anything, I'm getting a woman to be my co-chair. There are already enough men at the table already. We need a woman's touch.
Ah, that sounds good. I shouldn't complain.
I'm just glad this whole ordeal's over.
Me too. Jin?
How about you serenade me with some romantic poetry? You know, something from your vast collection of literary gems.
I'll sue you if you mention that again.
Oh, really? I'd love to see you try.
Should I pour us some gin? I go to the minibar. I pick up a bottle of aviation gin.
Oh, are we going to a bar?
No. You have some. I shake the bottle as Jenna walks over and takes the bottle away from me.
Yeah, dude, I'm not wasting quality gin on you.
Excuse me? I'm the epitome of gin appreciation. It's my life force. We belong together.
Well, consider this an intervention then. You need a break from each other.
Oh, I've never thought I'd see the day when my own friend would betray me like this.
Corey, I'm doing this for your own good. You'll thank me later.
She puts the gin away. Oh, you wound me. I thought we were friends.
We are friends, Corey. But that doesn't mean I have to share my gin with you. Friendship has its limits. This is mine.
You're diabolical.
Just practicing my Jedi mind tricks.
The Apartment was voiced by Paranoia and Nelson Zapata Correa. The show was written and directed by Joao Encita. If you enjoyed this episode, we kindly ask that you rate us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. That Love Podcast is active on Twitter at ThatLovePod and on Instagram and Facebook at ThatLovePodcast. And if you're interested in helping us expand the podcast, please consider becoming a Patreon supporter at patreon.com/ThatLovePodcast. Thank you for your support, and we hope you have a wonderful day. All right, listen to this comedy gold. I invite this gal to meet my awesome squad. And what does she hit me with? The grand prize of all rejections, a resounding no. I was like, seriously? What gives? And she's all, oh, sorry, I'll be gallivanting across the country on Saturday. Classic Dodge, am I right? So Saturday rolls around, and guess who I spotted a freaking food market? Prepare yourself for the punchline. Megan, the queen of infidelity, cozying up with another lady. Can you believe the audacity? Mom, it's crystal clear. Megan's got a side gig going on. She's even coming over later to discuss it. Well, guess what? The joke's on her because I've made up my mind. I'm dropping her like a bad stand-up routine tonight.
Jenna comes out of Starbucks. He's holding a latte cup and a bag of muffins. Jenna sees me across the street. I'm talking to a 16-year-old kid. The kid's name is Lucio Gomez. He's Hispanic, bike-loving soccer fanatic. Jenna sees me take out my wallet. I give Lucio $20. Lucio gives me a quick hug and heads to the shop behind him. I walk off. I let Jenna in. She hands me the latte and heads into the apartment without looking at me. Are you okay?
Why wouldn't I be?
Jenna puts the bag of muffins down. I don't know. You seem pissed.
Maybe I have my reasons.
It was just a kiss.
What?
Are you not talking about my kiss with Marcy? Jenna takes out a muffin from the bag. She unwraps it and eats it.
We'll get to that. First things first. Why were you giving money to Lucio Gomez? Saving up for his villainous lair?
You saw that?
Yeah. Why were you giving him money?
The kid's in trouble.
Oh, so you're like his personal ATM now? What's the pin? 1-800-HERO?
That's not fair, Jenna. He needed help.
He's always in trouble. He's a menace to society. Everyone hates him.
Jenna, he's just 16 years old.
And you could be 16 and be a criminal.
Let's also remember, you're a lawyer. The law requires you to hold off on making judgments until you hear all the facts. Jenna smirks.
Hey, Corey. I didn't know you were such a legal expert. When's the podcast dropping?
I've picked up a thing or two from you.
I don't want you to go near that kid.
Is that an order?
Call it an order or a command. Whatever. Please take my word seriously. Don't go near Lucio. I mean it, Corey.
You run the after-school program.
Yeah, so?
So you've seen how hard life is for these kids in this building. You need to be kinder and more thoughtful. Or is that too much to ask?
I will repeat this only once. Stay the fuck away from Lucio Gomez.
I don't like the tone you're using.
And I don't like your sudden interest in becoming a saint. What's next? A halo and wings?
I'm not subscribed to this, Jenna Lopez.
Please don't push me today, Corey. I'm not in the mood. Just do as you're told.
Please, leave my apartment.
With fucking pleasure. See you later, dick.
Enjoy the muffins, Jenna. Jenna walks past me and exits. I bring Lucio a box of Kentucky Fried Chicken. I put it on the table and Lucio starts eating fast. Jenna walks past KFC. She sees us together. Jenna enters and walks over to us.
You know, they say sharing is caring, but I don't see any Coke Zero here for me.
Well, I guess I'll have to remember that for the next time, won't I?
I didn't realize this was a full-service fast food experience.
Hey, Jenna, you want some chicken? Or are you just here for the show?
Now, Lucio, play nice. I lead Jenna away from Lucio. You need to stop this behavior.
And you need to listen to me. Lucio is a criminal. He's a fucking criminal.
Please give me a sense of what he's done.
Lucio stole our charity box last year.
And can you prove he did it?
I shouldn't have to. You should automatically believe me.
Ah, the court of Jenna has spoken.
Watch it, or I'll hold you in contempt.
You know the legal system. Without proof, there's no case to answer.
Listen, he was in the room before the charity box disappeared, so I know he's guilty.
Was he the only one in the room?
His 2 older brothers were there too.
Okay, so maybe he didn't do it. Or was it a family heist?
Yeah, but Lucio was an accomplice.
Did you call the police? Did they question him?
Yes, but he claimed he wasn't in the room, so he didn't see anything.
There you go.
I know he was there. Tilda from number 13 told me she saw him in the room.
You do know Tilda got arrested for robbing a jewelry shop.
Come on, Lucio did it. He's guilty.
I don't think he did. I'm sorry, Jenna.
All right, maybe I'm coming up with the wrong conclusion about him. How about I make it up to him by inviting you to dinner tonight so I can apologize?
Why do I think you're up to something?
I'm not. It'll just be dinner.
Okay, but you will damage our friendship if you're up to something.
Yeah, like that means anything to me.
I hate this version of you. I walk back into the fast food joint. Jenna walks off in a huff. Jenna puts a $20 bill on the coffee table and on the couch. She then takes a $10 bill and puts it on the dining table. Jenna seems happy with herself and claps her hands together. The doorbell rings. She heads to answer the door. Jenna opens the front door to Lucio and me.
Hi, guys. Welcome to the Lion's Den. Just kidding. I have a weird sense of humor.
Yeah, weird is an understatement. Jenna steps aside to let us walk in. So we do and head into the living room. Jenna follows us in.
Lucio, I'll bring you a can of grape soda. Take a load off. I'll be right back. Corey, can we speak for a sec?
I follow Jenna into the kitchen.
So, I've been thinking.
This doesn't bode well, but speak on.
I've been thinking about my behavior and attitude towards Lucio. It's been wrong and I want to rectify it.
And how do you plan to do that?
I plan to apologize to Lucio.
And?
I also want the after-school program to help him with his studies.
That seems reasonable. What's happened to your change of mindset?
I realized that I maybe overreacted and got things wrong about Lucio.
Yeah, I'm suspicious. I know you.
Look, I want to give him a second chance. We all deserve a second chance in life, especially kids. So let me offer him that.
Fine, thank you. You should apologize right away. Lucio was nervous about coming here. He could use a pick-me-up.
Sure. Let me just bring out the old Jenna's charm.
Jenna walks into the living room to speak to Lucio. Jenna hands Lucio a can of soda.
Lucio, I just want to say that I'm sorry for how I treated you. It wasn't fair, and I'd like to make it up to you.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
And don't worry, my cooking won't be a punishment. I promise.
I'll take your word for it.
Jenna walks into the kitchen.
Hi, Mom. Yep. I confronted her. Are you ready for a story greater than the Bible? Well, she lied to me, that's what. She told me the girl I saw her with at the food market was her cousin. Can you believe that? Am I that stupid? Thanks, Mom, for making me feel like the Sherlock Holmes of relationships. Anyway, she tried to convince me, but her acting skills were worse than a B movie. I mean, come on. Cousin, that's a low-grade excuse. I told her she needed to tell me the truth or we were over. I know, right? I even added a dramatic pause for effect. I was practically auditioning for a soap opera. Anyway, she left. She said she needed space to think of what I said to her. No, I reckon she's off to attend a masterclass on the art of deception. She's probably scribbling down lies like a mad scientist in a lab. I can't believe this is happening. I really thought she was the one. I thought we had a future. Turns out our future is about as real as a unicorn riding a rainbow. Yeah, I'll be alright. I'll just drown my sorrows in a gallon of ice cream and cry myself to sleep. Anyway, the bus is about to stop. I'll call you later with the latest updates on my soap opera life. Bye. I love you too. Bye.
Jenna puts a platter of baked chicken on the dining table. Then she scans the room, looking for her money trap.
Hey, Lucio, could you go wash your hands before dinner?
Lucio nods and exits. When he's out of the shot,
I frickin' told you, didn't I?
What now?
I had $20 in small change on the coffee table, which disappeared.
Oh yeah, because I'm sure he's been eyeing that pile of nickels for weeks now.
It was right here. It's not anymore. Why? Lucio stole it. He's a thief.
Well, if he did, at least he'll have enough for a candy bar now.
Can you take this seriously?
You need to stop talking immediately.
Just admit it. Lucio is a thief.
The front door opens and slams shut.
He's probably running away to go buy drugs with my money.
Maybe he's just really into coin collecting.
You're saying that, then that must mean you believe it too.
Can you hear yourself?
Well, duh. It's one of life's greatest pleasures. I'm amazing.
I can't be in the same space as you.
You're still taking his side despite the vast avalanche of evidence presented to you?
Jenna, listen to me very carefully. Lucio didn't steal your money.
How can you be this stupid and sure?
I'm sure because I knew you were planning to set him up for the colossal fall.
What? That's stupid.
Jenna walks into her kitchen. I follow her. Jenna, you put $20 worth in banknotes everywhere. I knew instantly you were planning something, so...
So you what? Stole it?
I put the money in your purse. Your purse is tucked away in your bedroom closet.
So, confirming, Lucio isn't a thief.
Nope, but he was homeless. He's currently being looked after by Marcy, who, as you know, is a foster parent.
That's why she hasn't been able to meet me for lunch. She's looking after Lucio.
Ding, ding, ding. Jenna's face falls.
God, I'm so fucking stupid.
Marcy asked me to be Lucio's male role model. While social services found him somewhere permanent to stay, she was hoping to keep him living with her.
Oh.
That's right. The kid will not want to do that now. Willie, you've just labeled him a thief.
Shit, I'm so stupid.
Hey, at least now you know you're not cut out for detective work. I head off. Jenna pulls me back to stop me from leaving. Do you know how rough it is to be kicked out of your home by people you care about and love the most?
No, it must be tough. Like walking barefoot on Legos.
Do you know how hard it is to surf on your friend's couch and pretend it's just a sleepover?
That's why I haven't seen him in a while. He was secretly training for the couch surfing Olympics.
I glare at her.
It was a joke to show that I'm still human. You know, I can feel things too, Corey.
Jenna, the kid has been through the ringer.
Thanks for stating the obvious, Captain Obvious.
This isn't funny.
So, he's never stolen anything.
No, he is as clean as his school record. If you had to bother to get to know him, you would have found that out.
You're right. I should have made more effort to get to know him better. I mean, I could have signed us up for classes on how to get to know your neighbor.
True, but instead, all you wanted to do was judge him and embarrass him.
I'm so sorry, Corey.
Hey, why are you apologizing to me? I'm not the one you hurt. I need to talk to Lucio. He's probably devastated and binge-watching sad movies right now.
Like I do? I wonder if he has a tub of ice cream and a box of tissues like me.
I exit.
I'll make things right. I promise.
Don't worry. I have faith in your ability to fix things. You can't possibly make it any worse, right? Unless you accidentally set his cat on fire.
I'll sort it all out.
Whatever. The front door opens and shuts. Jenna knocks on Marcy's door. Marcy opens the door.
Marcy, can I just...
Marcy shuts the door.
Damn it. Well, that went as smoothly as a hedgehog on a slip and slide.
I walk towards Jenna with takeout food.
Look, I'm sorry. I know I fucked up. What can I do to fix this?
Listen, you're smart enough to figure it out. Just channel your inner superhero, like Apology Girl or Captain Make It Right.
I have a few ideas.
Great. Good luck with that. I walk past Jenna.
Can I just run them by you?
Nope, I'm busy. Bye. Gotta save the world from subpar pizza. I turn a corner and disappear.
Ah!
Hey, Mom! What's the latest gossip? Turns out Megan wasn't pulling a fast one on me. It was actually her cousin all along. Can you believe it? I jumped to conclusions like a kangaroo on caffeine. But hey, that doesn't automatically make me the supervillain, right? Megan paid me a visit this morning, bringing her cousin as backup. She decided to prove her innocence by showing me a never-ending slideshow of her family photos. I was like, great, I'm getting a free history lesson. After that, she bolted out of there like Usain Bolt, and I swear, chasing after her was like trying to catch a cheetah on roller skates. Impossible. Anyway, I'm surviving the aftermath. Not sure I'll be able to repair this mess. It's like trying to fix a Rubik's Cube blindfolded while riding a unicycle. What can you do, right? I'll give you a call tomorrow and fill you in on the continuing adventures of my love life. Love you, bunches. Bye. And don't forget to pass on my greetings to Uncle Vinny and David. Love you. Bye-bye.
It's the following day. Jenna lets herself in. I'm vacuuming.
Sorry I had to let myself in. Oh, wow. It seems like you're channeling your inner domestic goddess today.
Yeah, well, cleanliness is next to godliness, or so they say. Make this fast and leave me alone.
I know who stole the charity box. It was Tilda. She stole it.
I turn off the vacuum. How do you know that? You were convinced that it was Lucio a few hours ago. Did you inherit psychic powers overnight?
I was wrong. I went to see Tilda in prison. She confessed. She was low on funds to pay her rent.
So Tilda needed a cash injection. So she stole from you. Was this some twisted form of charity?
Yeah.
It's nice to know that's settled. Now we can all sleep soundly at night.
I did some digging on Lucio. I know everything there is to know about his history. That kid has really been through a lot.
Yeah, he has. Not that you care. Or are you trying to win a humanitarian award now?
I do care, and I'm not that heartless. Although, I will take any award if you're offering. I never win any. It's kind of weird.
You could have fooled me. I glare at Jenna.
Lucio grew up in an abusive home. His father was a wife beater, and his brothers were drug pushers.
Yep, it's a rough origin story. But he's a fighter, not a sob story.
Lucio was given up for adoption on 3 occasions, but his family never went through with it.
Yeah, and despite all of that...
Lucio has the highest grades in his school. He's on track to go to college 2 years early.
Yes, Lucio wants to go to Harvard. Did you also find his favorite color and his shoe size to go along with that?
He also volunteers at soup kitchens. The kid is perfect. He's a model citizen.
You would have known Lucio was wonderful if you had talked to him instead of judging him. But that's all in the past. We can't all be mind readers, can we? I put away the vacuum.
I'm so sorry about that.
What do you even want?
I came here to tell you how I plan to make up for my behavior towards Lucio.
Okay, so what's the plan? First, it needs to be good. A lot is riding on it. And if it involves a time machine or Marty McFly, you've got my full attention.
So, Lucio wants to go to Harvard, right?
Yes, and he's trying to secure a scholarship at the moment.
Well, I happen to know the dean of admissions at Harvard.
How? And why does that matter? Are you secretly part of the Ivy League Illuminati?
My mom is married to the dean. It matters because I talked about Lucio to the dean, and he's agreed to hand him a scholarship.
Ooh, that's awesome.
Lucio's guaranteed a place at Harvard as long as his projected grades stay the same. I will also get him a tutor and help him out with his grades.
Ah, so the tutor is like his academic bodyguard, huh?
Exactly. No grade shall pass.
I'm glad to hear this. I think what's important right now is that you tell Lucio all of this.
Sure.
Jenna, this is gonna change his whole life. You're about to become a superhero.
Well, I've always wanted to wear a cape. I hope it comes with a cool superhero name, too. Would you come help me tell him?
Of course. Should we use smoke signals or carrier pigeons?
I was thinking something more like a drum roll and a spotlight, but your ideas have merit, too.
I walk toward the door. Jenna and I walk out of Marcy's apartment. Marcy and Lucio both have smiles on their faces. Lucio goes to shut the door and then stops. He walks up to Jenna and hugs her tightly.
Whoa there, not too tight. I want to be able to breathe.
Lucio laughs and heads back indoors. He shuts the door. Jenna and I walk towards her apartment.
So, have you forgiven me for my behavior?
I'm getting there.
Ori.
Fine, I have. You're 100% forgiven. That was amazing what you did.
Thank you.
Do you fancy dinner?
Can you afford it?
I meant, do you fancy dinner which you'll make for me?
Sure, I'll feed you again. But I warn you, this time it's going to be a culinary masterpiece. You might even shed a tear.
Ooh, I'm sure I will. So what did you think of Marcy?
Ooh, I saw a lot of chemistry between you two. You get on like a bus full of passengers.
Well, that's one way to put it. More like a bus full of passive-aggressive in-laws.
Oh, come on. You two are practically finishing each other's sentences.
Only because we're both experts in avoiding awkward silences. I keep a straight face on. No, I don't like her.
No. Why not?
I'm silent as I try to buy time.
What's wrong with her?
There's nothing wrong with her.
Come on. She's attractive. She runs a successful online business. She's motherly. She's a wonderful person. So you should go for it.
And usually a person would.
So, what's the problem?
We stop walking. I look into Jenna's eyes. There's no problem.
Yeah, there is. What is it?
I take a breath. Marcy isn't you.
Oh?
I think if I'm going to be in a relationship again, I'll want that relationship to be with you.
Okay.
Would that be something you'd consider? You and I as a couple?
I don't know.
Jenna starts walking. I follow her. You're hurting my feelings here.
Maybe. I don't know.
How do we get from maybe to hell yeah?
Well, first of all, we need a better sales pitch than hell yeah.
How about Jenna and Corey, the dynamic duo? Sounds like a blockbuster movie title, right?
Or a failed superhero TV show. Let's keep brainstorming.
Sure. No pressure then. I walk Jenna to her door. She gets out her keys. She opens the door. I should go. I start walking off.
Wait!
Jenna walks up to me. She kisses me on the cheek.
My initial feelings are that I want us to be together, but
But what?
we have a friendship. It could be ruined.
I see.
Let me figure out what I want more. A relationship or our friendship?
What way are you leaning towards?
A relationship.
I smile. Jenna kisses me on the cheek again.
Just give me a day to think.
Only if you promise not to bring out the pros and cons list again. Last time I ended up being compared to a blender.
Hey, that blender had some pretty impressive features.
Well, in that case, I'll take it as a compliment. Jenna walks to the front door. She opens it and enters. She then shuts the door as I walk off smiling. This has been a great day.
The Apartment was voiced by Paranoia and Nelson Zapata Correa. The show was written and directed by Joao Encita. If you enjoyed this episode, we kindly ask that you rate us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. That Love Podcast is active on Twitter at That Love Pod and on Instagram and Facebook at That Love Podcast. And if you're interested in helping us expand the podcast, please consider becoming a Patreon supporter at patreon.com/thatlovepodcast. Thank you for your support, and we hope you have a Ugh! Hi, Mom. What's happening? Well, guess what? Megan and I are on a thrilling adventure to meet her parents. Yeah, I was all pumped up until she hit me with a bombshell. No, I'll spare you the details. Why? Because I know you, Mom. Ugh! All right. Here's the scoop. We were cruising towards her parents' lavish pad in the Hamptons when Megan drops a truth bomb. Brace yourself. She hasn't spilled the beans to her folks yet. That she's into girls. I know. I nearly crashed the car in shock. Apparently she duped me into coming along so we could make a grand entrance together. Can you believe it? I'm stuck in a sitcom plot. I'm torn, Mom. Should I turn the wheel and zoom back home? Or should I trust Megan's belief that her parents will embrace our love? Yeah, I voiced the same concerns. I mean, seriously, who willingly announces to their unsuspecting straight-as-an-arrow parents that they're actually gay and in love with a woman? Oh, and by the way, this woman who you assumed was my pal is my fantastic girlfriend. Sorry, Mom. Megan's calling me over. This is going to be a roller coaster ride. I promise to give you a ring once the madness over. Ciao. Love you too.
Jenna lets herself in.
Corey, where are you hiding? It's like a game of hide and seek in here.
I'm in the kitchen, Sherlock. Your detective skills need work. Jenna smirks.
Maybe I just like a challenge.
Jenna walks over.
Ooh, something smells terrific. Did you accidentally set something on fire again?
Funny. Nope, I made brownies. Not just brownies, but my grandma's brownies.
Are you sure you didn't mix up the sugar and salt again? Last time you did that, I thought I was eating a pretzel.
Jenna goes to pick up a brownie from the tray on the counter. Careful, they're hot, like molten lava. Don't say I didn't warn you. Jenna blows on the brownies and takes a bite. She eats it.
Wow, these brownies are amazing. Are you sure they're not store-bought?
No, thank you. I slaved away in the kitchen for hours just for you to take one bite and insult my hard work. You wound me. Jenna smiles.
Oh, come on. You know I'm just teasing you. I'd never insult your culinary skills. Unless they were really bad. I'm being serious. They're great. They could make a grown man weep.
Well, I'm glad, because I need them to be.
And why's that? Are you starting a brownie-based bribery empire?
I plan to use them as leverage to get my boss to write me a reference.
Oh, you're still looking to apply for that captain's job.
Yes?
Are you sure you want that job? You might have to wear a cape.
Of course I am. It's the only job that pays well and involves driving around in a shiny red truck with a siren. What's not to love? I'll even wear a cape if it comes with the job.
Well, just make sure you don't get too carried away with the superhero complex. We don't need you jumping off buildings to save cats and trees.
It's the only job I've ever wanted, Jenna. Jenna shrugs.
Well, I guess we can't all be astronauts and rock stars. Someone has to drive the fire truck.
I really need that job. I still have to pay you back for paying my rent.
That's not important. What you need to know is that you can do so much more.
Thank you for believing in me. But I want the job.
Fine then, I'll say no more on the subject.
Thank you. Jenna takes another bite of her brownies.
Your boss will definitely give you the reference, especially with brownies like this. Wow, they're so freaking good.
Jenna takes another bite.
Seriously, I'm gonna get diabetes if I keep eating these.
Ah, don't worry. My grandmother's recipe is like a magic elixir that cancels out all the sugar.
Well, if that's the case, I'll take another one. Or 3.
Jenna picks up 2 more brownies.
Hey, you never told me why you were fired in the first place.
Well, I caught my captain in his office with a man.
That's it? That's why you were fired?
Well, you see, the man wasn't his wife, and they were screwing in his office.
The dick.
I raised my eyebrows to agree with her. I exit to my bedroom. I'll be back. I need to change my shirt. I walk off. I walked in to find Jenna sitting down eating my brownies. I put on a white silk shirt.
You look like you're auditioning for the role of the Phantom of the Opera. Where's your mask?
Ha ha ha.
By the way, I've had it confirmed with the president, and he's told me your old boss's official name is Dick after all.
I think that's a very fitting title for him.
Finish telling me what happened after you found out about your boss's affair.
Well, soon after that event, he started making life really hard for me.
The bastard.
He'd give me challenging assignments. He'd make me do all the rookie stuff.
I'd like to be in a room alone with him.
I wouldn't recommend that. Knowing you, you'd probably roast him over the fire like one of my brownies. He nods to agree with me. He made my life such a living hell.
So, did you report him to his superior?
I wanted to, but I knew the guys at the station would come down hard on me.
So you left it alone? Why were you fired?
One day, I had enough of my boss, so I confronted him about his behavior. But we got into a brawl, and I pushed him.
Jesus, Corey. He was probably looking for any excuse to fire you.
And I knew it the second I did what I did. And then he smiled about it.
I don't know him, but I hate this guy.
Yeah, so anyway, I was caught on camera and I was swiftly fired on the spot.
That's rough, man.
What can you do?
So, what makes you think the brownies will work on him if he's already fired you?
Well, I'm banking on the fact that my brownies are so good. They'll be my secret weapon. Like they're my battering ram. You get it?
Yeah, I get it. Mature as the joke was.
We're in the same WhatsApp group, and lately we've been writing to each other.
Oh?
Yeah, my boss has been friendly, so I'd like to swing him around with the brownies. I hope it works, or I'm just screwed.
It will. It's a good plan.
Thanks, Jenna. With your encouragement and these brownies, I'm unstoppable. Good. I look at my watch. Oh, shit. I better head off to the station before my boss goes out.
Well, good luck. Not that you'll need it.
Jenna exits. I use sealing wrap to wrap up the brownies, and then exit. I knock on Jenna's door. She answers.
Oh, wow. Did you walk into a door? Or did a door walk into you?
I've got a black eye, and my face is bruised. Have a guess?
What happened to your eye? Who did this?
It was a boxing match with the coffee machine. I lost.
Well, that's what you get for bringing brownies to a coffee fight.
One of the guys at the station did this. Jenna allows me to enter. I walk towards her kitchen.
So, what happened? Lay it out for me.
I tried to get my boss to see me, but he wouldn't budge and see me.
Typical.
Yeah. And then one of the guys at the station ratted on me and said that I had brownies.
Those damn brownies. I knew they'd be your downfall.
I know, right? My boss wouldn't come out to see me, so I was about to leave when Tony Jackson stepped in.
Tony? Ugh, that guy's a real piece of work. I see him on every fire department advert. He's usually standing close to an attractive woman, well, ogling her.
Tell me about it. Anyway, he wanted the brownies, and when I refused to give them to him, he punched me.
I'd like to be alone with that guy as well.
Anyway, the rest of the guys at the station joined in, and now I feel like I've been in a car wreck.
Well, you certainly look like it.
Jenna turns to exit.
Let me go grab some ice for you.
Jenna walks to her kitchen.
So, I guess this means I'm the tough one in this friendship now?
Why do you even have to question it? You damn well know you are.
That's the right answer.
Jenna takes out a bag of ice from the freezer. She walks up to me and puts the ice bag on my eye.
You can't let those bullies win.
There's not much I can do about it. I wince in pain. Jenna takes the bag of ice and gently puts them on my eye for a second.
There's plenty you can do.
Oh yeah? Name them.
Well, can you let me deal with the situation?
You'd make things worse for me. Plus, you're a woman. I don't want you anywhere near those men. They'll hurt you.
Oh, please. I know jitsu.
It's still a no. Just promise me you'll leave this alone. Promise.
Fine. I promise. Sorry.
My eye really stings.
Oh, I don't have a first aid box. There's a chemist a block away.
It's fine. I'm okay.
Your eye is bleeding. It could get infected. Look, just sit tight.
Thank you. Thank you for looking after me.
No worries. You'd do the same for me. But not that you'd ever need to. I know how to beat people to death. You know, it's one of my specialties.
And I'm scared.
I'm just kidding. Or was I?
Just go, you weirdo.
Fine. Just keep as much pressure on the wound, and I'll be back as soon as possible.
Thank you. Jenna hands me the bag of ice. She washes her hands and exits.
Hi, Mom. Yep, it happened. We finally spilled the beans to Megan's parents about us being a couple. Oh boy, let me tell you how it went down. So her mom literally fainted. Yeah, I wish I was kidding. And her dad? Well, he spent a solid 5 minutes threatening to sue me. Can you believe it? And then her brother started cracking risky jokes at our expense. It was like a comedy of errors unfolding before my eyes. But wait, it gets even more bizarre. When her mom regained consciousness, she resorted to emotional blackmail, trying to make Megan leave me. Of course, that didn't work, so she stormed out of the room. And guess who showed up next? Andrew, their next-door neighbor. Turns out Megan and Andrew were secretly lovers. Can you imagine the shock? And what do Megan's parents do? They try to reunite Megan and Andrew right then and there. It was like a soap opera on steroids. Andrew left with his shoulders slumped in defeat. Anyway, the stress was overwhelming, so I stepped outside for an emergency cigarette, and Megan's dad followed me. You won't believe what he offered me. He actually offered me $10 million on the spot to dump Megan and never contact her again. Can you believe the audacity? Of course I said no. I couldn't be bought like that. So I went back inside and told Megan everything. But here's the kicker, Mom. As we were trying to leave together, the police showed up. Yes, Megan's mom called them. They questioned me about a crime I didn't commit and gave Megan's parents a stern warning about their behavior. Finally, they left, and now I'm out on the porch while Megan has a heart-to-heart with her parents. I have to admit, things aren't looking great for us. Megan's parents are desperate, and I'm afraid she might choose them over me. Yeah, it's a tough spot. Anyway, I see her coming out of the house now. Wish me luck, Mom.
I knock on Jenna's door.
Come in, if you dare.
I open the door and enter. Well, well, well. Look who's got some explaining to do.
Me? Never. But do go on, detective.
Jenna, word on the street is that you threatened Sean.
Sean. Sean. Sean who? You've got to be more specific. I meet so many people.
My boss, Jenna. Quit playing clueless.
Ah, him! I was just lending a helping hand to my dear friend Corey.
By jeopardizing my career?
You know I've always been a bit of a risk taker.
You had my boss in a headlock, Jenna.
Headlock? More like a friendly embrace.
Do you think he's going to give me a glowing reference now?
Oh, don't be so dramatic. He doesn't even know we're friends.
Security cameras. Does that ring any bells?
Oh, those little things.
My boss got his cop buddies to run your face through their system.
Wait, am I famous now?
I'm serious.
All right, sorry. I'll take this seriously.
He's not pressing any charges. Thank God.
Well, that's a shame. I was really hoping for a new wardrobe. Orange is the new black, you know.
Jenna, you almost ruined my career.
Oh, please. You give me way too much credit.
I need you to stay away from my boss. Promise me.
Fine, fine. I'll keep my distance. No more headlocks or friendly embraces.
I'm going to apologize to him before this blows up even more. Stay put. I'm mad at you.
You know you love me, Corey.
I exit, shaking my head. There's a knock on Jenna's door. She answers, and I enter.
Wow. Look who decided to show up. In their underwear? Did you forget something, like your clothes?
I'm shirtless, without pants. The only thing I'm wearing is my underwear. Funny story. I got robbed.
Oh, so they were fashion critics too?
I need my spare key.
What you really need is a superhero costume. You're already halfway there.
Just give me the keys, Jenna.
You know, I used to get picked on in high school.
Please. Not another one of your self-help stories? I sit on the couch.
Hear me out. I learned to stand up for myself, and it made all the difference.
Great. So how do you propose I take on a gang of 12 all by myself?
By letting me handle the situation, of course.
And how are you going to do that without making things worse?
Could it get any worse? You just paraded across town in your skivvies.
Fine. What's your brilliant plan?
So, I'm going to write you a script.
A script? What?
You know, a hostage type video, but with a twist.
This is going to end well. I'm sure.
Trust me, it'll be a hit. Now, sit tight while I go set up the scene. We're going to need some sheets and better lighting.
Jenna exits. Jenna gestures for me to cry.
And cut. Bravo. Meryl Streep's got nothing on you.
Jenna stops filming on her phone. So, what's the plan with this tearjerker of a performance?
Oh, I'm going to show it to your boss, of course.
And that's going to secure my glowing reference?
Not exactly, but trust me.
Why do I have a sinking feeling about this?
Relax, Corey. I've got a plan. First, we find Lucio, our video editing maestro. Then, let the sympathy roll in.
Jenna exits. Jenna, I'm counting on you. This better be good.
Forget about it.
I shake my head. I'm cooking dinner for Jenna and me as she enters.
So, I have some good news and some bad news.
Oh, great. You become a fortune teller now. Just spill it, Jenna.
Well, there's a viral video of you looking rather pathetic, and it's circulating the internet.
Of course there is. You and your brilliant plans.
Hey, I never meant for this to go south.
Well, congratulations, Jenna. You're officially the captain of the Titanic.
Okay, that was harsh. I thought your boss would sympathize with you.
He's a monster, not a fairy godmother. What were you thinking?
Well, I was thinking that he'd finally see how miserable you are under his thumb.
Now I'll never get a job without becoming a laughingstock.
Oh, come on. It's just a drop in the vast ocean of the internet. Nobody's even watching it.
Jenna's phone pings. She checks it, and her face falls.
So, about that. Fox News just shared it on Twitter?
Get out.
Corey, I'm really sorry.
I said get out.
Look, we'll fix this, I promise.
I said get out.
Okay. I'm going. But remember, every dark cloud has a silver lining, right?
I glare at her.
Yep, you're super mad.
Jenna exits.
Hi, Mom. Yeah, we're finally back home. And guess what? I said we. Megan chose me. It was quite the showdown with her parents. They gave her an ultimatum. Either leave me or kiss her inheritance goodbye. Can you believe it? But guess what? She chose love over money. She would have lost a whopping $80 million. But here's where things get even crazier. Megan's grandma showed up, and boy did she shake things up. Megan spilled the beans to her about everything her parents were doing, and her grandma got furious. She took our side and then dropped a bombshell of her own. Turns out Megan's mom used to be a lesbian before she met her husband. Can you imagine the drama? Megan's dad had no clue. Well, let's just say it all hit the fan. He stormed out in a fit of rage. And in the midst of the chaos, Megan's grandma made a promise to Megan. She assured her that if her parents ever cut her off from the family, she would pass on her own money to Megan instead. Talk about a plot twist. So yeah, I'm okay. It's been one heck of a roller coaster day, but we're just relieved that the meeting with her parents is finally over. Oh, and by the way, Megan wants to meet you, Mom. Can we fly out to see you next month? Great, I'll let her know. Thank you. I really love her, Mom. I think she might be the one. I mean it. Anyway, I'm exhausted, so I'm heading off to bed. I'll give you a call in the morning. Love you too. Oh, and please give my regards to Vinny and David when you see them. Love you. Bye.
I knocked on Jenna's door. She's dressed in a robe as she answers the door.
Well, look who's here.
Hey. I try to enter, but Jenna blocks my path. Can I come in?
You seem awfully cheerful for someone who was angry at me a couple hours ago.
Well, let's just say some of my fortunes have changed.
Oh? Do tell.
CNN got wind of my story, and they want to do a piece on me.
No way!
Yep, my old boss went on Fox News, badmouthed me, and ended up getting fired. Now his boss wants to make amends.
Talk about poetic justice.
Yeah, it seems like my old boss tarnished the fire department's reputation.
So what's the plan to clean it up?
I have an interview with CNN. I just need to say nice things about my old station and maybe I get my job back.
So you're giving up the captain's position?
I guess so.
Corey, they humiliated you. They made you walk half naked across town.
What are you suggesting?
I say you use this opportunity to go for that captain's job. You've earned it.
Yeah, you're right. Thanks, Jenna.
And I wanted to apologize for my part in all of this. I think I went too far.
Hey, you had my back, and that means a lot to me. You've always been there for me. There aren't many people like you.
Thank you. I'm glad I could help.
So, dinner? To celebrate? There's a sound of coughing.
I'm sorry. I've got plans. You should go.
A lamp crashes in the background. What was that?
Nothing. We'll talk later. Bye.
That sounded like a lamp falling.
It's fine, Corey. Just go.
Is someone here?
Maybe.
Jenna looks guilty. Goodbye. I exit.
Why are you upset, Corey?
On this change of events, we sound out.
The Apartment was voiced by Paranoia and Nelson Zapata Correa. The show was written and directed by Joao Encita. If you enjoyed this episode, we kindly ask that you rate us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. That Love Podcast is active on Twitter at That Love Pod and on Instagram and Facebook at That Love Podcast. And if you're interested in helping us expand the podcast, please consider becoming a Patreon supporter at patreon.com/thatlovepodcast. Thank you for your support, and we hope you have a wonderful
There's a knock on my door. I look through the peephole. It's Jenna. What do you want, Jenna?
$1 million in a private jet, but I'll settle for a conversation with you.
I'd give you $1 million never to speak to me again.
Come on, dude. Stop being a dick.
I can't help it. I was born with one.
This is pathetic, even by your standards.
I'm not interested in anything you have to say to me. Go away.
Wow, did you learn those sweet-talking skills at charm school? Just open the door, dumbass.
Sorry. I didn't realize you were royalty. Let me get the red carpet. I open the front door. My jaw tightens and my teeth are clenched. I realize I'm going to have to resist the temptation to shout at Jenna today. This situation might be too much for me to bear. What? Jenna's eyes widen in surprise.
First of all, that tone is a no-no.
I've made it clear. I don't want a friendship with you anymore. Jenna's nostrils flare in anger. There's tension in the air.
Why is that? What did I do wrong?
I'm not getting into this.
You're not getting into what? What are we doing? Expand your words.
I've moved on. I suggest you move on too.
Are we not getting along because you heard another man's voice in my apartment? Is that what upsets you?
No, what upsets me is that you didn't invite me in to have a beer with the guy.
Funny.
I'm closing the door.
This is so silly. This whole fight is so childish. I would never.
I heard what I heard.
Yeah, but did you see what you think you heard? That's the question, because I don't think you did.
You need to leave me alone.
If you're jealous, just say so. Don't act like a toddler who's lost his toy.
If I'm jealous, it's because you're playing with other toys.
You're ridiculous.
Thanks for the compliment. I'll add it to my resume. Jenna rolls her eyes. I'm closing the door now.
It sounds like you were jealous that I could be attracted to another man. Just admit it already.
I'm not jealous. I'm just disappointed that you had such terrible taste.
Just stop. This is so ridiculous.
No, it's Jenna-diculous. Jenna smiles. I'm not debating this any further.
You didn't make it clear.
What are you talking about now?
You never clarified that you liked me, so I can't see where I did anything wrong.
I didn't clarify that I like being kicked in the shins either, but that doesn't mean that it's not obvious. Jenna glares at me as I smile. I wish you all the best. I go to close the door.
You can't treat me like this. This isn't how friends behave towards each other.
You're right. I'm sorry. I'll treat you like the Queen of England from now on. Jenna turns red. She's a fuse about to blow. I don't think you should knock on my door again. Please, leave me alone. I try to close the door again, but Jenna stops it with her foot. She squares up to me.
We have to put up a united front.
For what?
We have to put up a united front for Lucio's graduation. We're both going. If we're fighting, it spoils his whole day.
I'd rather spoil his day than spend another minute with you.
Translation, please.
Oh, sorry. I forgot I was speaking English. Jenna grits her teeth. I'm not going anywhere with you.
This is so ridiculous. Why are you being so mean right now? It's not like you.
You know what they say, Jenna? Behind every mean comment is a bit of truth.
You know what? You can choose to end our friendship, but it doesn't mean I have to go along with your wishes.
There's nothing you can do to win me back. You've lost me, Jenna. Face facts.
So you think?
What are you up to?
That's for me to know and for you to find out. I'm about to torture you.
Great. Just what I always wanted. A personal Hannibal Lecter. With that, Jenna exits. She's furious with me. Jenna opens the door to me. You had no right to do what you did.
What are you talking about?
Play dumb with me, Jenna.
Is there a reason you're here? Because you're boring me to death right now.
Well, I'm sorry I'm not juggling flaming swords or riding in on a unicycle to entertain you.
What did I do?
You told Lucio I wasn't going to attend his graduation.
I told him that because you weren't.
I was going to tell him myself.
Oh, then, oops, sorry.
He was seconds away from crying when he heard I wasn't coming, so I had to tell him I was. Cheer him up.
Well, you caused this problem for yourself, so I don't see why you're trying to blame me.
I'm not blaming you. I'm just stating the fact that you're the root of all evil.
Maybe I am. So what?
You need to leave me alone.
I'm not the one who knocked on my door.
Fine, I'll leave. I go to exit.
By the way, I told Lucio we'd share the same car.
I stop walking. This is getting out of hand.
Well then, I recommend you start talking to me. Or else, Lucio might start asking awkward questions about why you're ignoring me.
Well, I recommend you start listening to me. It's a two-way street, you know. Jenna smiles. And by the way, we're not sharing the same Uber.
Oh no, not at all. But Lucio wasn't so excited when I told him you'd sit right beside him.
I bang my fist on the wall.
Temper.
Thanks for the advice, Dr. Phil. I'll be sure to write that down in my anger management journal. I take a second to cool down. Why the hell are you doing this?
Why are you throwing away our friendship over a misunderstanding?
There's no misunderstanding. I heard what I heard.
And once again, I ask you, did you see what you heard? The answer is no, you didn't.
Well, did you see what you're saying? Because it's making 0 sense. Jenna shakes her head. Look, we're not sharing the same Uber.
We'll see about that.
Ugh, you're crazy.
Maybe I am, but that's what makes me who I am. I'm 1 in a million, baby.
More like 1 in a million headaches. You're crazy. I walk off.
I'm only crazy because you make me act crazy. You turned me into this monster.
I didn't know I had the power to turn you into a Godzilla-sized monster. Good to know. Jenna rolls her eyes. Our Uber pulls up. I'm sitting next to Jenna. We've not said a word to each other, but it went unnoticed by Lucio and Marcy. Anyway, Lucio and Marcy get out of the Uber.
Guys, we won't be a sec.
Marcy nods and exits with Lucio.
I've thought about our situation, long and hard, and concluded that you were greener than the Incredible Hulk at a salad bar.
Funny. What was I envious of?
You were green-eyed at the fact that I could look at another man or think about sleeping with another man.
Okay, so what if I was? The Uber driver gets out of the cab.
Guys, I'm taking a smoke break.
So you admit you were jealous.
Yes.
Why didn't you make a move before?
Well, I was waiting for the right moment, but every time I thought I had it, you would say something so ridiculous I couldn't even remember my own name.
In my world, a man is someone who's able to take control of a situation.
Well, in my world, a man is someone who's able to take control of a TV remote. I was trying to build our friendship so it would lead to a relationship.
Well, just so you know, I did like you. I liked you a lot. You were a constant thought in my head. Wherever I went, you were there. I was so lost in you.
Really? I always thought that I was more of a background character in your life story.
Ha ha ha. Funny.
I roll my eyes.
Corey, you were like a loop of my favorite songs spinning in my head. I couldn't get the thought of you out of my mind.
And I repeat, you had a funny way of showing it to me.
Okay, now that I know you like me, we can build something between us. I'm ready for it. Are you?
Oh, yeah, I'm always ready to dive in headfirst to a relationship with someone who's accused me of being jealous without any evidence.
Answer the question, dumbass.
What if a relationship is not something I want? What if I want to ignore you?
A relationship is what you want. I know you, crazy. I mean, Corey.
Jenna smiles. A relationship isn't what I want.
If it weren't, you wouldn't have been as upset about our misunderstanding as you are now.
I'm not upset. I'm just disappointed. You know, like a disappointed parent who found out their child lied about their report card.
Oh, so now I'm the Bart Simpson to your Homer?
You know what I mean.
It was a misunderstanding.
Once again, it wasn't a misunderstanding.
Keep telling yourself that.
Can you be faithful?
I've never cheated on a partner in my life. I've always been faithful.
Yeah, sure.
What does that mean?
It means what it meant.
Well, I'm confused. What do you mean? Do you think I'm lying about my cheating? Where's the lie? Tell me.
I'll leave it there. You were lying.
Okay, so from this position, you sound like you know something I'm not privy to.
Well, I know you're lying because you are. I know all about your history.
Okay, so tell me, where's the evidence to suggest I'm lying? Show it to me.
Does the name Stewart ring any bells?
Why are you bringing up my ex?
I need to go. I try to open the door, but Jenna grabs my arm to stop me from leaving. Finally, she forces me to stay put. Well, it's nice to know you care, but if you wanted to hold my hand, all you had to do was ask.
Why the hell are you bringing up Stewart's name? Did he say something?
He told me everything I need to know. With that, I open the car door and head towards the school doors. Jenna looks stunned. After a beat, she gets out of the car and follows me towards the school doors. She looks furious. The graduation was a success. Lucio received his certificate and will soon be headed to Harvard. I'm so proud of him. Lucio's been through a lot in his short life, so he deserves every bit of happiness that comes his way. Anyway, it's Jenna and me next to Marcy and Lucio. There's tension in the air. Everyone can feel it as an Uber pulls up in front of us.
Guys, you take this cab. Ori and I need to talk about something super important.
We're not entering into a discussion. I try to open the cab door, but Jenna elbows me in the stomach and I go down like a sack of potatoes. I knew you were strong-willed, but I didn't expect you to have such a killer right hook, too. Marcy and Lucio share a look and smile. They open the cab door and enter the cab. The cab pulls away. I get up.
So, what have you and Stewart been talking about? You clearly have a strong relationship with him, so spill.
Stewart told me you cheated on him.
Do you think I cheated on him?
He told me that you had an affair after affair. So, it's not true?
Wait, did you believe him?
Why would he lie to me?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe my ex wanted to destroy our friendship.
Right.
When did you even meet up with Stewart? I didn't think you ran in the same circles.
We don't. I was in the pub with my work colleagues. He saw me, so walked over.
I can't believe you trust him over me.
Why would he lie, Jenna?
Why? Because he's a cruel person.
And how is he cruel exactly?
Well, one, Stewart was controlling throughout our relationship.
Well, at least he's consistent.
Stewart often asked me to change my clothes when I wore something he felt was slutty. He'd check my phone messages whenever I was out of the room.
Oh.
Stewart would also stop me from seeing my friends. I lost over 15 school friends because of him. My life was hell.
I didn't know any of that.
Of course you didn't. You were too busy letting the devil speak in your ear.
Was he the man you slept with? Was Stewart the man you slept with?
God, no, he's not my type. I prefer my men with a little less controlling behavior and a little more hair on their head.
Well, I guess you'll just have to settle with a man close to losing his hair. Jenna is close to ripping my throat out with her teeth. Come on, Jenna. You're breaking my heart. I was really hoping to get in on that love triangle action. Jenna shakes her head. So who was the man in your apartment?
Trust me, you don't want to know.
Why not? It wasn't a woman, was it?
No, you don't want to know.
I need some clarification.
It would just make you look foolish, and I'd rather prevent that to stop this circus from getting even more out of control.
Who was the man you slept with?
There was no sleeping.
Oh, so there was just sex then?
There was no sex either.
Wait, what?
What does my dad do? What's his job?
He fixes furnaces.
And where is my furnace located?
It's located in your bedroom.
So, guess who was in my bedroom at that time? You should get it right about now.
My face falls. My face turns ghost-like. Oh my god. So not only did I jump to conclusions, but I also made things super awkward with your dad. This is officially the worst day of my life.
That's right, stupid.
I'm so sorry.
It's too late.
Please, let me make it up to you.
I'm sorry, Corey, but I'm fresh out of forgiveness today. You'll have to come back tomorrow and try again.
I grab Jenna's arm. She slaps my hand away. Please.
Stay the fuck away from me.
Come on, Jenna, I made a mistake.
Yeah, and it was a big one. Goodbye, Corey. I never want to see you again.
Jenna walks away as I look distraught. I knock on Jenna's door. She answers. I'm an idiot.
That's not news to me.
I should have told you I've liked you months ago, but I didn't.
No, you didn't.
I know. I'm slower than a sloth with a hangover.
More like a snail on Valium.
Jenna glares at me. I'm so sorry. I realize you won't forgive me immediately, but I want to earn your forgiveness. So, if you let me, I will. Jenna is silent. Look, I know you're upset, but I'm dying here. Please help me. Please.
I'm not a doctor, Corey. I can't perform miracles.
Well, you're no doctor, but you're certainly an expert in breaking hearts.
You acted like a child.
Yes, I know. I'm a man.
That's not an excuse.
I know.
You made me question what I did wrong all day, while you were cold and distant.
Once again, I am incredibly sorry.
A man capable of that behavior isn't capable of much else when it comes to entering a relationship.
Well, at least I'm good at opening jars and killing spiders, right?
Yeah. Too bad I don't need a jar opened or a spider killed right now. Corey, I really fucking like you. However, you hurt me severely.
I'm really not coming across well today.
With time, I thought our friendship would turn into love. I had high hopes for us.
Wow, it's like there's a noose around my neck. How long before I die? Jenna glares. What? That was a joke. I feel the same too. I know I could love you in time.
Right now, I need distance from you. I need space.
Oh, so what does that mean?
I'm going to Ohio for a week. My parents are celebrating their 30th wedding anniversary and want to see me.
Oh, so you're running away to the Buckeye State, just like LeBron did.
No, I'm running away to get away from you.
I smile, but Jenna's expression stays serious. You'll come back, right?
Right now, I don't know if I will. I might be back like Schwarzenegger in Terminator. Or I might stay gone.
Come on, Jenna. Of course you'll come back. This is where you belong.
I think space between us is vital.
Please don't give up on us now. We've come too far for you to throw in a towel.
You need to think too. With that, I hope our stars will be aligned so we can sort out our issues. That's the big hope.
You're right. We do need to think.
You can't call me or FaceTime me.
I won't. I promise.
I'll see you in a week with my decision.
The suspense will kill me. It's going to be like waiting for the final season of Game of Thrones all over again. So, if we were to do a coin flip, where would your decision land right now?
Oh, right in the middle of indecisiveness and uncertainty. My favorite place to be.
I hang my head. Jenna walks up to me and kisses me on the cheek.
If the universe wants us together, it'll do its job and get us together.
I really hope so.
I'll see you soon.
Yeah. Look after yourself. I walk to the door. I open it and exit. Two minutes later, I knocked on Jenna's door again. She answered. She has luggage next to her. I walked up to her and kissed her on the mouth. I give it my all. He doesn't kiss me back. After a beat, I end the kiss, and I wait for Jenna's response. Jenna kisses me. She shuts the front door and leads me to her bedroom. Wow, I'm so good at kissing that I can make you forget you're going to Ohio.
Don't jump the gun.
We close the bedroom door. I wake up in Jenna's bedroom. She's not in her bedroom. I get up from the bed. I put on my clothes. I walk around her apartment, looking for signs of where she's gone. But then I remember that she's gone to see her parents. Our lovemaking last night didn't mean a thing. This story could be about to collapse or rocket to the sky. I know that my relationship with Jenna is balanced on a tightrope. It could fall at any second. What will be the outcome of this story? God only knows. On this cliffhanger of events, we sound out.
The Apartment was voiced by Paranoia and Nelson Zapata Correa. The show was written and directed by Joao Encita. If you enjoyed this episode, we kindly ask that you rate us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. That Love Podcast is active on Twitter at That Love Pod and on Instagram and Facebook at That Love Podcast. And if you're interested in helping us expand the podcast, please consider becoming a Patreon supporter at patreon.com/thatlovepodcast. Thank you for your support, and we hope you have a wonderful day.
The front door to Jenna's apartment opens. Jenna walks in. I'm standing by the couch in the living room. Jenna brings in her luggage. She sees me and covers her mouth to prevent herself from gasping. She drops the handle of her luggage. The suitcase falls to the floor. Jenna takes a deep breath and then walks over to me. I smile, trying to get a sense of her mood. Jenna doesn't smile. She's serious and focused. Thank you for coming back.
Well, I didn't do it for you. I have a job to get back to in case you forgot.
Oh, I thought you came back to admire my collection of bobbleheads. I smile, but Jenna keeps her serious expression. How have you been?
Oh, just living my best life without you. How about you?
Not well. I've been a wreck without you.
Oh, I'm sure you've been devastated. Drowning your sorrows in pizza and Netflix.
Netflix and pizza haven't been the same without you beside me.
Yeah, well, whose fault is that?
I'm momentarily puzzled by that. Mine. I was stupid too.
We're not having this discussion. I'd like to move on with my life.
Does moving on with your life include me in that picture?
Right now, I'm 50-50. Our whole relationship is in the balance.
Well, I'm more of a 60-40 kind of guy, but I'm willing to negotiate. There's nothing but dead silence from Jenna. Can you give me a chance to show you how much you mean to me?
Sure. I'll pencil you in for never.
That's okay. I'll use a pen to make sure you don't erase me from your life.
Ha ha ha. I need to go to work.
You've only just got back.
Yeah, well, I've got a lot of work to catch up on. See yourself out.
I'm devastated. My shoulders slump, and I hang my head. I put on a brave face, stand up straight, determined to do my backup plan if Jenna wants to reject me. I need to show you how much you mean to me. I need to make you see how much of a fool I've been without you.
Pressuring me to get back with you will only push me further away. You need to give me space to figure out what I want.
I look Jenna right in the eye and maintain a steady gaze. And I will. After you see how much the breakdown of our relationship has affected me. Sit tight. There are a lot of surprises coming your way. Get ready.
I don't like the sound of that, Corey.
Women love surprises. You will too.
I can't wait for that surprise ending where you turn out to be a serial killer.
I walk off and open the front door and take a look at Jenna. who has a worried expression. Despite feeling devastated, I give her a reassuring smile before walking out. Jenna is at work. Jenna's computer screen flickers momentarily before going black. She taps the monitor a few times in frustration before a man knocks on her door. The man is wearing a tuxedo. He holds a bouquet of roses, which he puts on Jenna's desk.
For you, my lady. It's from your secret admirer.
Sorry, I already have a stalker. Can you come back later?
The man smiles and bows.
Excuse me, what's happening here?
The man takes out a card from his pocket. He puts it on Jenna's desk and bows as he exits out of the office.
What the hell is going on?
Jenna picks up the card. She reads it, and her face falls.
You've been invited to a romantic dinner with your one true love. Do you accept this invitation? Hell no, I don't.
Romance music is heard coming from the foyer of Jenna's workplace. An office staff murmurs in excitement as the man begins to play. A woman whispers, "Oh my God, this is so romantic," while another claps her hands in delight. Jenna walks out of her office to find the same man from before holding a guitar with a microphone in front of him. Jenna's office staff have all gathered to hear the man sing. The man strums a few chords. His fingers start to dance over the strings. Jenna watches him with rapt attention, her eyes locked on the man as he begins to sing a romantic song. The man's voice is soft and low, full of emotion. As the melody fills the room, Jenna is filled with emotions. Jenna's eyes get misty. She's close to tears. It's lunchtime for Jenna as she walks out of her office building. A stagecoach is heard clattering along. A stagecoach runs along where Jenna's walking. There are two horses pulling it. The stagecoach driver pulls it to a stop with a loud clatter of hooves and wheels, drawing the attention of everyone who walks past Jenna.
Great. Now I feel like I'm in a Wild West movie.
Jenna shakes her head.
Don't be for me. Please don't be for me.
The man who was singing earlier gets out of the stagecoach. He opens the door for Jenna to get in.
Madam, your adventure awaits you. Would you like to step this way to your one true love?
Just what I always wanted. A ride on a stagecoach with a complete stranger.
Jenna takes off running. Jenna strides over to her workspace, where a group of her colleagues have gathered around someone. Her expression turns somber as she approaches the crowd. Lucio is there holding cue cards and quickly jumps into action as soon as he sees her. He drops the first cue card. "Jenna, my darling, I love you. I love you like the earth loves the moon. I love you like a kid loves a puppy." Lucio drops the cue card. The next one appears.
That's it. Enough. I've had enough of this. Corey, you need dealing with.
Jenna stomps out of her workspace. She walks toward the lift.
I knock on Corey's front door.
"It's open!"
I follow the trail of rose petals to Corey, who is standing in the dimly lit living room, surrounded by dozens of flickering candles. The air is thick with the scent of roses, and I can't help but feel a little overwhelmed by the romantic atmosphere. Great, now I'm going to smell like a Hallmark movie for a week. As I approach Corey, I'm torn between feeling happy and furious with him for going through all this trouble. Finally, I reach him and give him a hard smack on the arm.
"What'd you do that for?"
Oh, just because I'm feeling violent and you're conveniently within arm's reach.
"Still."
Enough with these games.
"Enough with what games?" I haven't done anything.
That's funny, because I don't remember signing up for The Bachelor, Corey's Revenge.
That would make a great TV show.
Yeah, a great show for insomniacs. Did you get a guy to come to my office so he could give me flowers and sing me songs?
What? I have a competitor? I would have killed them. When did this happen?
I smacked Corey hard on his arm. Ha ha. You even got the same man to offer me a stagecoach ride to somewhere romantic? How did you get Lucio involved, too?
I offered him money. He rejected me, so I blackmailed him. I'm quite proud of myself. I really am.
Aha, so you're not just a heartbreaker. You're also a blackmailer. Charming. Corey smiles. Why are you doing this?
It's a little obvious. I'm a member of the Jackson 5 and I want you back.
Sorry, I'm more of a Beyoncé fan. Corey grins.
Come on.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I'm not in the market for a stalker with a candle obsession.
Take this seriously.
You want me back?
A man who's willing to do all these things you've mentioned would have been stupid if he did them for nothing. I'm not stupid. Let's just ignore my actions in the last month.
Is that a yes or a no, dumbass?
It's a yes. I want you back.
With my heart pounding at the speed of light, I clench my fist and say to Corey, my answer is no. We're not getting back together. I don't love you, Corey. Corey's brow furrows and his mouth turns into a frown, his anxiety evident as I can see the knot forming in his stomach, just as I felt when I rejected him earlier. I decide to excuse myself by walking off to the bathroom. Why can't guys just say what they mean? Why all this romantic hoopla? Corey follows me. Dude, I appreciate the effort, but there's a time and a place for candlelight confessionals, and it's not in the bathroom.
Jenna, we just need to talk about this.
We will. Just give me a minute. As I walk to the bathroom and shut the door, I hear the sound of Corey's footsteps echoing throughout the apartment. I also hear the sound of Corey's anxious breathing as he waits outside the bathroom door. I take a moment to look at myself in the mirror, noticing the redness of my cheeks and the slight puffiness under my eyes. I take another deep breath and exhale slowly, letting go of the tension in my body. As I dry my face with a towel, I remind myself that it's okay to feel vulnerable and that I can still take control of the situation. I straighten my posture. Okay, Jenna, time to put on your big girl pants and deal with this over-the-top Romeo. I walk out of the bathroom, ready to face whatever comes next.
We're sitting on the couch. Jenna sits across from me, but I notice she's fidgeting and avoiding eye contact, which tells me that she's feeling anxious about something. Did you say that you don't love me? Jenna lifts her head with determination. Her breathing becomes increasingly rapid.
That's right. I don't.
Well, I guess that makes it easy for me to stop trying to win you back with all the romantic gestures, huh? Jenna stays silent. Why don't you love me?
I just don't love you.
Level with me, Gemma.
I just don't. Leave it alone.
Just tell me already.
Fine. I don't love you because if I do, I risk getting hurt again. I don't want that. You've hurt me before.
Yeah, and I've learned my lessons.
You haven't exactly proven that.
Yeah, I guess sending flowers and blackmailing Lucio doesn't exactly scream changed man, does it? Jenna stands up.
Look, we're not getting back together. Let's just leave it there and move on.
You've never struck me as a chicken before, Jenna. You've always seemed like you've had it together. Would you mind telling me why you're acting this scared?
No, I'm leaving.
Jenna turns to leave. I talked to Stewart about you. Jenna turns around. Her appearance is that of a volcano about to erupt. Her fists are tightly clenched at her sides. Hey, I figured I had to get some answers from someone who knows you better than I do. Despite her efforts to contain her emotions, it is evident that my words have deeply wounded her. Jenna looks close to tears. With a trembling voice of fury, Jenna says,
How dare you go behind my back and speak to my ex without my permission?
It was taking you too long to forgive me, and I wanted to know why. Jenna walks up to me and slaps me across the face. Well, I guess that's one way to show your affection. She exits to her bedroom. Jenna closes her bedroom door. As I approach Jenna's bedroom, I raise my hand to knock on the door. I knock and wait. After a moment of waiting for a response and hearing none, I tentatively push the door open and step inside. I see Jenna seated in front of her makeup mirror, lost in thought.
I refuse to talk to you, Corey.
Well, that's too bad, because I was really looking forward to hearing your delightful voice. I realized I was out of order. I just wanted to know how to fix our issues, and for a minute there, I thought Stewart might have an answer for me. I was clearly wrong, and I'm sorry.
You should have shown some patience. I would have eventually forgiven you.
Oh, well, in that case, I'll just sit here and wait for forgiveness to rain down upon me like manna from heaven. Jenna walks out of her bedroom and makes her way towards the living room. I trail closely behind her, following her every move. Does that mean you were eventually going to forgive me for not trusting you?
What the hell did Stewart say to you?
Many things, like he wishes he never let you go. Why would someone be so stupid to make those mistakes?
That's it? That's all he said?
Pretty much. Is there more to tell?
Yes, but you're not gonna like it.
I'm sure I'll be able to handle it. Jenna takes a seat on the couch. I join her by sitting across her. Jenna's hands start to tremble while being on her lap. It is clear to me that she has something important to tell me. Something that she knows would change everything. Jenna attempts to speak, but the words get stuck in her throat. She loses her courage for a beat. I give her a warm smile to encourage her to speak. The silence between us is deafening. I sense Jenna can feel the weight of the truth pressing down on her.
Remember when I told you I was the one who dumped Stewart?
Yeah? Did you lie?
Yes, it was the other way around because of what I did to him.
I'm perplexed as I furrow my brow and reach up to scratch my head, attempting to grasp what Jenna is telling me. What did you do to him?
It was a one-off thing, and nothing happened beyond it, I promise.
Why do I have a bad feeling about this?
The reason why I'm struggling to forgive you is because I don't think you'll forgive me for what I'm about to say.
I will. Just spit it out.
On our 3rd anniversary together, Stewart and I got into a fight at a party, and I kissed his brother.
Jenna closes her eyes. Wow. It's worse than a soap opera plot twist.
The reason I was afraid to forgive you is I knew I'd eventually have to admit the kiss with Stewart's brother.
It takes me a second to process this turn of events. And you felt I'd go back to my initial opinion of you being a cheater?
Was I wrong? I know you think about it.
I'm left speechless and unable to believe the information that Jenna has just unloaded on me. I struggle to comprehend the magnitude of what she has revealed, and my mind races to process new information. As shock sets in, my eyes widen in disbelief. Are you being serious? My words come out in barely audible whisper, and Jenna nods in agreement, confirming the truth of her news.
You know what? I knew you'd react like this. Don't come near me again.
Don't worry. I'll just pull a John Cusack and hold a boombox outside your window. With that, Jenna exits. I'm left trying to make sense of what I've just learned. Jenna is leaning forward on her dining table. She has a pad of paper in front of her. She bites her lip as she writes a note with a pen. She looks determined until...
This is stupid. I'll never understand.
There's a packed suitcase next to Jenna. She crosses the last portion of her note. She picks it up and puts it on her coffee table. She grabs the handle of her suitcase and looks to the exit, only for me to stand, looking at her. Understand what? The intricacies of origami? The mysteries of the universe? Because I have a PhD in both.
I'm leaving, and there's nothing you can do to stop me. Get out of my way.
Well, I could always tie you up with duct tape and force you to watch reruns of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Jenna, I need to tell you something.
I don't want to hear it.
Oh, I think you will. Jenna stands up straight. She forces a smile to appear on her face, but she avoids eye contact with me. I realized one thing today that I should have realized a lot sooner. I don't give a shit. I don't care. Jenna's eyes widen and her body stiffens up as she tries to process what she just heard.
About me? I knew it.
Jenna's shoulders droop and her head hangs low, on the brink of tears as she turns to walk away. I reached out and hold her back, not wanting her to leave. Not about you. I don't give a shit about your past. Jenna's expression shifts to a surprise, with a hint of relief also on her face.
What?
Why should I care about something that's happened in the past that doesn't even affect or involve me?
Oh?
Yeah, sure, you did one stupid thing. But are we all saints? Hell no. No one on this planet is perfect, including me.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. I mean, you're at least a solid 7.5 out of 10.
A smile graces Jenna's face, and she seems visibly more at ease and relaxed. Jenna, I realized I was acting stupid because I was letting past events stop me from spending my life with you.
When in reality, nothing should come between you and your soulmate?
Yes, Jenna, you're so beautiful that it physically hurts me to look at you.
Well, I guess I'll just have to wear a bag over my head then.
She smiles. Never. Why? Because life has taught me to not miss out on something that could be great just because it's difficult.
Ori, loving you is like a freak of nature. It's like the wind. I can't see it, but I could feel it deep in my...
Jenna points to her heart, and I respond with a smile, understanding the sentiment. And I guess that makes me the Loch Ness Monster of love. We need some alcohol to celebrate this. Get comfortable. I'll be back. Jenna's face lights up with glee as I head into the kitchen. As I enter with a champagne bottle, Jenna's face lights up and she takes her feet off the coffee table.
I didn't know I had champagne.
I pop the champagne bottle open. I hid it earlier to surprise you.
I knew I was smart to choose you.
Yeah, I should pat you on the back too. Jenna, I have a few more things to say.
Go ahead. I'm all set to hear it.
Jen, not so long ago I was alone and lost, and then you came into my life and I was home. I thank God you found me. Jenna smiles.
You really do love me.
I knew it from the moment we met.
I love you too. I know it seems like I've struggled to express it, but I do. I love you. I crown you the king of my heart.
Why do you love me?
I love you because every morning I need to know I can see your smile.
I feel the same.
I need to know that I can look you in the eyes each night. I need to know I can be with you for the rest of my life.
I'm the same.
Wherever I am, I just want to be near you again. Even now, we're close, but not nearly close enough.
Jenna, I only want to belong where you are. Why? Because I could be in a crowd, but my eyes would only want to see you.
I know that, and that's why I choose you. That's why I choose you over and over and over. Without delay, without a doubt, in a heartbeat. Ori, I'll always just keep choosing you.
I walk up to Jenna and passionately kiss her, pouring all my love and desire into the moment. We're enveloped in the moment, our bodies melding together. The intensity of our kiss deepens. Our hearts thud in unison as we touch. My hands explore every inch of her body, igniting a fierce desire within both of us. We break off the kiss, gasping for air. but our eyes remained locked in a passionate gaze that left no doubt about the love and desire burning between us. I lift Jenna off the ground and hold her, causing her to burst into laughter.
What are you doing?
I believe we have some making up to do.
Oh, do you now?
I believe so. Do I have your permission to initiate our love making?
Sure. Why not?
Wow, I wasn't expecting you to be so enthusiastic. You're really surprising me tonight.
Just whisk me away, stud.
That's weird. Never call me that again.
Stud.
I shake my head.
Just carry me to our bedroom.
I carry Jenna into our bedroom, feeling grateful for the future that lies ahead of us. From friends to lovers, our journey has been one of joy and discovery. As we lay in each other's embrace, the world outside fades away and all that remains is warmth of our body and the beating of our hearts. We talk about our dreams and hopes for the future, knowing that whatever lies ahead, we will face it together, as one. In that moment, we both feel a deep sense of contentment and fulfillment, knowing that we have found our soulmate in each other. As we drift off to sleep, we both know that tomorrow and all the days that follow will be filled with nothing but love and happiness.
The apartment was voiced by me, Paranoia.
And me, Nelson Zapata Carret.
The show was written, produced, and directed by Joao Nicita.
If you enjoyed the series, please take a moment to rate and review us on Apple Podcast.
Thank you for listening and have a great day.